Leon killed Sayaka. Monokuma killed Junko. Then Leon got executed. Then Mondo killed Chihiro. And then he got executed. Hifumi killed Taka. Then Celeste killed Hifumi. It's just been a regular bloodbath up in here. Then she got executed. Yeah, a lot of death. And that brings us up to now. It's not that I don't appreciate the recap, because the delays between me playing each chapter seems to only be getting larger and larger as time goes by, but I knew that much. I fail to see the relevancy in bringing that up. The next morning, in the dining hall, the day after Celeste's case. Oh, I suppose I should actually go ahead and start this off with a grand ol' hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa. I am the Max of Few Trades. In the last part, I mean, you know, there was the whole Celeste, Hifumi, you know, all that jargon definitely happened. I had to rewatch a video. We saw some weirdness going on with, okay, so it's not Sayaka, it's Sakura. The names are very similar. It gets very confusing for me. Apparently was getting into a fist fight with Monokuma. All in all, pretty crazy. I'm sorry if I'm kind of scatterbrained here. I actually did have to rewatch the video that I made prior in order to catch myself back up with where we were. I don't know what it is about this game, but it's so mentally exhausting that I never seem to be able to continuously play. There's just huge gaps in between each one. You guys better be happy that I'm not uploading any of this until it's completely finished, because you guys would hate me for all these delays. Either way, that's enough of the behind the scenes stuff. How about we actually play some video games? So now there's only 5 of us here. Only a third of the number of people we started with. Yeah, it's pretty much the most depressing of all things. Indeed. Loneliness has become commonplace. That's true. Yeah. Still, it was kind of that thing we saw there. What was up with that? What did I see yesterday? I don't understand. Sakura is the mastermind spy? I mean, it kind of makes sense. Lord knows she's the only person none of us would have been able to stop. Can that really be true? Oh yeah, we also got wonked on the noggin real bad. Completely forgot about that too. Bruh. I'm playing catch-up with my own brain. Makoto, are you okay? Ah, no! I'm fine. I can't bring it up in front of the others. That would probably solve our problems. If I did that, it would just confuse everyone that much more. And then she glares at me, because of course! Okay, in that case, let's eat till we pass out. Huh? What do you mean in that case? Well, cause look how scary everyone looks. It's gotta be because you're all fighting on empty stomachs, right? If you fill your belly, I'm sure you'll all cheer up. So let's eat! Fry up some fish and donuts and eat till we can't stand up. That's like a Deep Impact style Meteor Impact extinction level event combination of foods. What? Those are both breakfast time top sellers. People eat fish for breakfast? Still, the till we can't stand up part is a problem. After we're done, we need to go explore. I see. That's right. Since the class trial is over, more new places! Yay!
It's true.
Plus, we still have alter ego. We don't have to give in to despair just yet. She's right. We have to plan ahead and think about the future.
You got it!
I find it weird just how freakishly fixated on that word we've become. Despair. You know, there are a bunch of, like, you know, I think they're called synonyms, words that mean the same thing but are a different word. I feel like we should be busting out a couple of those because it's starting to lose, the word's starting to lose all meaning. Ever do that? You say a word enough times and it just kind of becomes nonsense? It's pretty much what's happening here. Think happy thoughts. No deathy thoughts.
You know?
Like when we're gonna get out of here, right?
Serious.
When this is all over, I think I want to get reborn for serious. Reborn as someone serious.
Well...
Hey, are you okay? That sounds like something someone who's about to die would say. I'm totally okay. I'm not gonna die. Why? Because there aren't gonna be any more murders. Okay, well, if that's not raising a death flag, I don't know what is. I do find it odd that you've survived as long as you have. What makes you so sure?
According to the
I predicted it last night. Since it revealed itself to me from the ether, there's no doubt about it.
However...
How accurate is your fortune telling anyway?
How about that?
I could usually hit 20 or 30% on a good day. That's just kind of a guess, isn't it then? That seems really low.
It's not like some occult mystery.
Well, yeah, it's not like it's ESP or whatever. Of course I'm only gonna get it right
The
sometimes.
occult is bullcrap.
I told you, my fortune telling isn't like some occult thing. Yeah, you keep mentioning that. Fortune telling isn't occult?
You got it all
Of course
wrong.
not. Clairvoyance is clairvoyance. Don't put it in the same category as cattle mutilation.
Huh?
Cattle what?
So...
He's referring to the urban legend where aliens abduct cows and dissect them as part of their research. Why cows specifically, the world will never know.
Actually,
No, you're calling it an urban legend? As a matter of fact, it's true. As a matter of fact, it's happened to me. It all happened one day when I went to go get a hamburger. It was a place I'd never been before. They claimed their patties were 100% all beef. So I got a burger to go and headed home.
but
And before long,
the end is nigh.
the sky was filled with a mysterious blinding light.
Some crazy beam came out of nowhere and locked onto my hamburger.
Is it just me or is this kind of coming out of nowhere?
And as soon as the beam touched it, the burger started floating in midair.
Wait, so aliens are the occult? Do you consider aliens to be the occult or not? Because if you're saying what you do isn't occult, then you're kind of implying that the occult doesn't exist, but your own insane ramblings here seem to indicate that you do believe in it. I'm kind of confused as to who you are and what you're trying to say.
And then, still floating there, the entire burger started coming apart. One part of it just vanished, while the rest fell back into my hand. Do you realize what that means?
That you are even more crazy than I thought?
It means the burger wasn't 100% beef. It must have had some pork or something mixed in.
Yes, this is critical information. Why are we talking about this?
Something like 70% pork and 30% beef would be my guess.
Okay.
You can't trick me.
So I stormed back into the burger place and got up in the manager's grill, literally and figuratively, and they totally admitted it. It wasn't 100% beef. They totally mixed in ground pork with it.
How about that?
Now do you see? That is cattle mutilation. I kind of got lost halfway through. I got lost about a fourth way through. I can't tell if you're for the occult or against. Thank you. Thank you, Hina. Oh, please don't let anything bad happen to you. I can't tell if you're... Yeah, you stink of stupidity.
Don't be mean.
I stink of... How dare you? Well, you do stink, though. That's fine. That's fine. Anyway, I hope your prediction turns out to be true. Well, at the very least, I won't murder anyone.
Yeah,
Me either. I mean, I would never.
of course.
Me either.
Indeed.
Nor I. That goes for me, too. Of course I can never kill any of my friends. Yeah, but we still do have, you know, Psycho Man and Psycho Sam kind of running around. We kind of know for a fact that they're all about the murderings. Like, one's totally down with it, and the other one has done it, so... I felt like those words of encouragement were helping us come together as one. After so much sacrifice and hardship, we'd finally become united. But...
Well,
to be honest, I wish Byakuya and Toko were here for this too. Oh, like they would ever agree to anything we'd ever have to say ever.
but...
They're so hard to deal with. They only think about themselves. Yeah, we're better off without them, I say. Yep, something bad's about to go down. That was enough to prove we weren't united for the time being. But within that bond hid weakness and fragility. I almost said fertility. That would have implied something much worse. Okay. I'm seeing Hina in this image, and I am immediately overwhelmed with thoughts of unbelievable horror. Please don't have anything bad happen to her. We began our search, and as soon as we finished our breakfast in the dining hall, we headed to find out what had opened up, what was waiting for us. Alright, fine. Then off we go yet again, as I become readjusted with the controls. Okay, yep, that's that button. What's the run? That's the map. Yes, the map is good. But I need the... Okay, oh, I got strafe buttons. Yeah, okay. What about the... I was holding down the B button. I held down the B button, nothing happened. I am confused as why it... Okay, whatever. To the map. Alright, we go to the highest floor we possibly can. And then... this isn't exactly where I want to be. I would like to go back to the stairs. Let's see, stairs. There you are, stairs. Okay. Tally-ho. Alright, what fresh horror awaits us in here? Now we have access to the 4th floor of Hope's Peak Academy. Maybe this time we'll find some kind of clue. No, this time I have to find it. Well, considering we haven't found absolutely anything the first 3 goes of this, I can't imagine things are going to change now. Monokuma's kind of a sadistic freak. That much is obvious, but he's also apparently incredibly careful with the way he goes about doing things. I feel like there's never been a point where we've learned something that he himself did not want us to at some point learn. He's kind of an obnoxious jackass in that regard. Alright, well, what have we got? What have we got? What have we got? I saw a piano, and it said it's a music room. Personally, I'm of the opinion that you kind of need more than a piano for a music room, unless those are all keyboards. In which case, this is really more of just the piano room. Music implies other instruments are involved. It's hardly even a classroom. It's more like an actual concert hall. I think those are just desks, though. I'm having a hard time telling. Howdy dowdy. You know, you haven't told me what you think yet. What I think?
So...
About the secret room in the boys' bathroom? Oh, yeah, I kind of got beaten up by a luchador. I should probably bring that up. Well, I did find the secret room, but as soon as I started to look around, I was attacked.
What?
Attacked? By who? By a luchador. Well, they came from behind, and I didn't have any time to react, so I didn't see who it was. And when I came to, the mountains of files and documents were all gone. So, yeah, thanks for trusting me on that one. Kind of ruined everything involuntarily. That's just the way things go. I'm sorry. I know how important those were.
Fine.
It's okay. I already saw what I needed to in there.
I...
And I have suspected the mastermind might come after you. Oh, good. So I was bait. Good. You're a good friend. Thank you. Thank you, lady who has a butt at the top of her head.
Because...
When I discovered the room, the mastermind must have seen me on the surveillance camera in the hallway. You did walk into the boys' bathroom. They must have seen me go... Yeah, okay, there we go. And not come out again. Still, I wanted you to go and see it. I wanted to see how the mastermind would react again. You're treating me as bait. Essentially, I wanted to find out if the mastermind actually knew about that room.
It would seem...
But to attack you and steal everything in the room, that must mean there was some unknown clue in there that could reveal the mastermind's identity. I mean, that would stand to reason. Again, I'm not sure who that luchador was, but it happened, man. Then you knew I was gonna get attacked?
That doesn't matter.
You can handle that kind of thing, though, right? After all, you're a boy. What does she think a boy is? Fine, I understand. Then let me ask you something. Do you know about that note that was left in there? The note that said you must not leave?
Just a second.
We shouldn't talk about that. Not here. Kyoko stole a quick glance at the surveillance camera, so all the things we just got done talking about was okay, but this part, not so much?
So...
I'm looking into it. If I find out anything, I'll let you know.
Listen to me.
Is that okay? She made it sound like she was asking, but it was clear I wouldn't have any say in the matter.
So then...
So now it's your turn. Let's hear your secret. I have a secret? Did you think I wouldn't notice? You're hiding something.
Am I wrong?
No, not really. That's... Oh, you mean how I learned about the spy business?
What?
What's the matter? If you're worried about the camera, why not just write it down? Well...
Hey.
We're friends, so you should be able to trust me. Isn't that what you said before? Yes, that is a very good point. Why are we keeping this to ourselves? You're right that there shouldn't be any secrets between friends, but there's nothing worse than expressing doubt about your friend when you don't have any evidence for it. Well, you know, we have no evidence other than the fact that we kind of, you know, saw it. So, yeah, tell her. I haven't found any conclusive evidence yet. If I talk about it now, it could just make things much worse. I don't care. Tell her. Okay. I'm going to have to just go out and ask, why are you giving me the option if apparently I don't actually get an option? You realize that not telling her is going to cause a lot of problems for us, right? Seriously? I hate I hate when I get false options. It's like, okay, no, definitely tell her. Oh, well, you can't actually do that. You're just not supposed to click that. Well, great. Sorry, can't tell you. Not yet.
Correct.
So that's your answer.
However...
But do you think that's fair? You were happy to hear what I had to say, but now you're unwilling to share? I'm sorry, I really am.
That's fine.
Something tells me it's anything but fine.
Goodbye.
Great. Now she hates us. Good job, Makoto. You're an idiot. With those as her parting words, Kyoko left me standing there alone. I think I made her mad. Yeah, well, it's not like, you know, you just kind of... It's not like you spent a great deal of time, you know, talking to her and making her, you know, open up and reveal her, you know, the way she thinks and what she's doing and what she's planning on doing and all that other good stuff under the pretense of you being her friend, and therefore you should be able to trust each other with literally anything. And then the instant you had something that you could very easily tell her that would help us all out in the long run, you decide to keep it to yourself like an idiot. I don't Why? 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 Rattle, rattle. No good. The door's locked. Guess I won't be getting in here. According to the nameplate, this is called the data center. But what's behind the door is a total mystery. Which obviously means, well, considering it's also attached to a door with Monokuma's face, I'm assuming that's probably a pretty important door. This is my overwhelming assumption. I have no way of actually being able to, you know, validate that, but it seems like a good guess. The nameplate on the door says Headmaster's room. Headmaster's room, there must be something worthwhile in there. Which is why we can't open the door. Damn it. Fantastic. So far, this entire floor has become pretty much useless. Can I at least go in here? Oh, what do you know? There is a door in this place that isn't unlocked. Okay, this is the office. But of course, there's no hint of any teachers that we'd normally be able to rely on. Alright, I see that in the corner of my eye. And that appears to be more dead people having a good time. This picture. What? Celeste, Hifumi, and Sayaka. The smiling faces of 3 people who are dead now. A classroom without metal plates over the windows. Just like the other one, making this even more confusing. It's exactly the same. It's just like that picture I saw before. There's no way this isn't important somehow. Well, duh. They're smiling the way you'd expect any normal teenager to smile. As opposed to any other kind, I guess. Just a normal group of high schoolers living a normal school life. I can't possibly believe they were able to smile like that in a world of despair like this. Can we come up with another word? My God. So does that mean this picture was taken before they ever came to Hope's Peak? Which would mean everyone in the picture knew each other before they got here. Including Sayaka? No, there's no way. Monokuma did it. It must be fake. And a 3, and a 2, and a 1. And of course, you're fake. Monokuma popped up out of nowhere and snatched the picture from my hand, because of course he did. A forgery plot? What are you, a middle schooler? You think the moon landing was fake too? Come on. Then you're saying this picture is real?
Hey,
If there was such a thing as the Nobel Truth Prize, I'd take 1st, 2nd, and 4th place. Actually, that's probably not true. God, I hate you. I asked you a question. Is this picture real or is it fake? Oh, Makoto, you're so eager to split things in half, aren't you? Says a literal split-in-half bear.
hey.
But it's no use. It's just no use. If you try to split something that can't be split, you'll end up feeling like you're the one being split. The picture is real. No more, no less. Okay, well, at least he left. Without another word, Monokuma disappeared. So the picture is real? It's really real. If that's true, if that's the case, then things are incredibly confusing. It wouldn't, I mean, okay, fine. Let's take what this unbelievably horrible bear man says at complete face value. Everybody clearly knew each other before all of this happened, but we also all just met each other. So at the same time, I can only assume widespread amnesia. That's literally the only thing that could be. If it's a real picture, and yet nobody remembers anybody at the beginning of all of this, then yeah, that's somehow we just all don't remember. I don't know how that's possible. I legitimately don't, but there you go. It's either fake or it's real, and that's the only explanation I can think of. I'm glad this floor got opened up and all, but there's like a ton of locked rooms up here. That there most certainly is, large afroed man. It's like afro dreadlocks. It's really weird, man. You just know he styled it like that so he wouldn't have to clean it. Anyway, I see a lot of stuff that Monokuma's writing on the walls, and I don't care, because he is a terrible bear man, and I wish to not associate with him, or fall for any of his wicked tangle of lies. Yo, 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 yo! Inside the room, the smell of medicine was oppressive. So this is the chem lab. I hope inhaling all this stuff doesn't do permanent damage. It most certainly will. How it be, Hina? Hina and Sakura seem to be lost in a deep but friendly conversation. I need to find out what's going on with Sakura and the mastermind, but I can't while she's with Hina.
Hey, Makoto.
Hey, you need something? No, it's nothing. You sure? Okay, then. Why can't we just bring this up to people? Not bringing it up to Toko or Byakuya, fine, that's, that makes perfect sense, because, to hell with those guys, but we're supposed to be like, a cohesive unit, a group, a team at this point. So come on. What is it, Makoto? Did you need something?
So then.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Where's my, there's my radar button. All right, I guess we'll just look at the stuff. It's a remarkably big shelf, and it's stocked with all kinds of medicine.
That's right.
Ah, listen, Makoto, listen. Just take a deep breath and calm down and listen to me. Okay, Hina, just chill out. There's all kinds of stuff we didn't have before. Vitamins, minerals, amino acids, serotonin. Isn't that what they make out of hooves? And what? They even have whatever that is. What's that? A high-quality protein drink. It's nothing like that cheap swill in the warehouse. It's called a sewer level. Oh, yeah? This is amazing. It's a gold mine. My prayers have been answered. Time to load up on some more prayers, then. A gold mine, huh? I've already taken a good look at things around here. There's a lot to think about, but for now, I should head back to the dining hall and talk to the others. You know, considering how much further up we have to go into this place, it would be nice if we could maybe, I don't know, change our grouping up room to something more convenient. Not long after I got into the dining hall, the others began to trickle in. Boop-a-da-boop-a-da-beep-bap-boop. There they are. So, is this everyone?
Well then.
Okay, let's discuss what we all discovered. Yeah, good idea. All right, let's see. Well, first and foremost, you don't want to talk to me, I'm guessing. Kyoko? She's ignoring me.
So,
Hey, Makoto, does Kyoko seem upset to you?
That's right.
She is, isn't she? She's totally mad. Yeah, it looks like it.
What's your deal?
I bet it's your fault, isn't it? You must have done something to her. Ah, this is bad. Yeah, it's almost like lying almost always results in horrible consequences. Who'd have thunk it? That's not a lesson we've already learned in this place about 15 times over. Makoto, for a main character, you're pretty stupid. Metal sheets have been attached to all the windows on the 4th floor, none of them budged an inch. And even if we could get them off, we're kind of too high up by this point to be able to get out of a window.
In other words,
Just like everywhere else. Escape from the 4th floor seems unlikely. That was to be expected, though. I mean, unless you want to just jump and break your legs. Kind of counterintuitive. I found a couple rooms on the 4th floor, but they were locked. The data center and the headmaster's room. The headmaster's room? That sounds exactly like the kind of place we'd find some clues. We could somehow unlock the door and get inside.
But
Who cares about a stupid lock?
how about that?
It should be no problem for the world's strongest missing link to knock down one measly door. Why you always gotta be so rude? And now we've got this guy. What was that? No, please, continue. Did you say I'm not reading that? Hell no, I didn't. Then what did you say? Because I know you weren't talking about tearing down the door to the headmaster's room. Knocking down your headmaster's door? What kind of war on education are you trying to start here? You know, I can't help but notice that the entire time we've been here, we haven't learned anything. So this entire, you know, nonsense about you being like the headmaster or a teacher or whatever the ever-loving hell you're trying to convince us of kind of falls apart entirely at the seams. So I don't even know what you're going on about here. You're constantly just making up stuff as you go along. I'm almost 900% convinced of that.
Your teacher had
That's-
such faith in you.
You don't...
This is how you repay me.
I really wish you'd...
Betrayal!
I want you to stop having a face. Have you ever considered not talking? That's my favorite. That's my favorite idea. Yep, don't care. No, I was just kidding. Please don't get mad. I'm not mad. And now he has emojis. You're totally mad.
This is kind of...
I was hoping I wouldn't have to add a rule for this, but if you're gonna go around having those thoughts, I have no choice but to add to the school regulations. Seriously. Breaking down a locked door is prohibited. There, that's a rule now, you jerks. Says the murderer of multiple teenagers. Is he gone? Oh man, I was scared for my life. I was sure he was gonna kill me for serious. But if he would go out of his way to make up a rule like that, there's no doubt that something important must be hidden in the headmaster's room. But now that it's a rule, there's nothing we can do. Indeed. What about you, Hina? There was a big shelf in the chem lab on the 4th floor, and it had all kinds of chemicals and stuff. And there was an all-star cast of nutrient additives and supplements. You should at least go take a peek. I highly recommend it. I think you and Ogre are probably the only ones interested in stuff like that. Oh, but it's not all good stuff, though. There was medicine and health stuff, but on top of that, there was also, a bunch of different poisons. Ah, well, all right. Now we know how whoever's gonna die next is going to die. Poison! They were all labeled clearly, though, so it would be hard to grab one by mistake.
it's true.
Still, we'd better make sure we're careful around there. Can only hope. And we probably shouldn't tell Byakuya or Toko about the poison, right? They are, in fact, the most likely people to start murdering. Well, just in case. You know what I'm trying to say. Just in case, yeah, I think you're right.
However,
I agree. It's Byakuya. It won't be long before he's discovered it for himself. But to put something as dangerous as poison right out in the open, that's absolutely the work of the mastermind. As opposed to every other event that's gone on so far. So has everyone said what they need to say? I think so.
For serious.
But it looks like nobody found any clues at all, let alone a way out of here. I haven't been this depressed since my house burned to the ground. Someone do something to cheer me up. Can I say something?
How about that?
It's because my dad was smoking in bed. No. I have something I'd like to report. So you guys all remember, right? Do you remember when I found that picture up on the 3rd floor the other day?
Perhaps.
You mean the one that showed Mondo, Chihiro, and Leon all together, right? Yeah, I remember. What about it? Ain't it just unbelievably convenient that these pictures almost always only ever show up after all of the people inside the photos are all dead? You know, so they can't, like, actually... None of the people in the photo can actually talk about it. I mean, it's... Monokuma makes it look like they just so happen to be there when it's pretty obvious he's planting them. Well, I found another one. Another picture almost just like that one. Another one? I don't have it, so you're all gonna have to take my word for it, but, you know. But this time, the picture was of Celeste, Hifumi, and Sayaka. And they were all smiling. And the classroom in the picture didn't have any metal covering the windows. So the picture of Mondo, Chihiro, and Leon wasn't the only one. Now you found one that had those guys on it, too. But how can that...
Conspiracy.
Monokuma must have faked it. But if the picture is real, then what does it mean? Then everyone who was in it... There would have to be some kind of hidden connection there, don't you think? Some deeper truth that we just don't understand.
What?
Can't be. It's a fake. But Monokuma said it was real. I know we could just write that off as a lie, but...
So then,
And looks like our untrust has apparently decided to already come into play. Fantastic. Great. Awesome. Monokuma, Makoto, you have no one to blame but yourself. And you trust Monokuma's word over the people who have died?
because...
That's what you're saying, isn't it? No, that's not it. I'm shocked. You told everyone how we should believe in our friends, but you refused to do the same. That's not... What's going on, Kyoko? Why are you getting so emotional? I don't understand why she's so angry. Yeah, you wouldn't, because you're a dummy.
Hey,
Come on, guys, stop fighting, or all your good luck is gonna float away. Anyway, Makoto, you're thinking about it too much. There's no way Monokuma didn't fake that picture.
Of course.
He's just trying to confuse us. You shouldn't listen to anything Monokuma has to say. You might be right, but still. Are you still so conflicted?
What?
And great, here we go. This is exactly what we needed right now. It looks like you guys have stopped playing nice. Byakuya. You have the same sunken look on your faces. You were all so ugly before, you shouldn't let them sink any lower. Wow, now you're throwing petty insults out everywhere. Aren't you just the bee's knees? When I look at you, it makes me think of a frog sinking into a pile of manure. What is a frog doing on a pile of horse poop? Or cow poop? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what poop makes the best manure. The point is that the analogy makes no sense.
You know?
Sorry.
Just a second.
Why are you apologizing? Leave us alone. You're not a part of this.
That's right.
That's true enough. Your problems aren't mine. We are and always will be completely separate, which is why I walked in here just to, you know, be a smug jerkwad. So whatever's causing your faces to turn so ugly has absolutely nothing to do with me. Yeah, it doesn't. Now go away. And if I happen to discover a vital clue, it wouldn't concern you in the slightest. No, it wouldn't. Stop enticing people with stuff. Just leave. And we're all gonna fall for it.
Huh?
Did he finally just say something useful?
Hey,
Byakuya, what have you been up to?
That's fine.
I don't mind telling you. Perhaps forcing your lazy brains to get to work might do you some good.
Such
I was in the bath. What else would you like to know? Today's lottery numbers. He was taking a bath. Is he saying he's been talking to Alter Ego? Did he tell him something?
it would seem...
Maybe we should all go take a bath. Ah, good idea.
Okay.
Okay, if Alter Ego really did tell him something, I wonder what it could have been. I know not. I am also incredibly confused as to why Byakuya is all about telling us about this nonsense. So many levels of confusion. I really don't even know where to start. And now we've got this fool. Okay, when I got to the dressing room, stupid McStank face be hanging. Toko was sitting alone on the bench, the laptop in front of her. Toko, did you decide to come hear what Alter Ego has to say too?
What's your problem?
I already heard it. Yes, good for you. You said that already. You don't have to keep saying it. You firmly established you're a creepy weirdo. Anyway, so what are you doing right now? Shut up, stop bothering me.
How about that?
Get out of the way. We have to talk to Alter Ego.
Well,
Why can't anything ever be easy? Told me to wait here, so that's what I'm doing. What are you doing? What are you, his dog? Not reading that. You just love being mistreated. Which is weird, because all you ever do is accuse people of treating you badly when nobody does. What is wrong with your brain? Well, it's fine if you really want me gone, by all means.
what?
Yeah, that's only marginally better. Yeah, we'd like you to move. Sure thing. Okay, nope, not reading that again. First a mega masochist, now a super sadist. Two sides of the same stupid. All right, get out of the way, reading this thing. And apparently I have to directly speak to her. Toko, seriously, I'm asking you nicely to let us use the laptop.
What? You SOB!
Uh-huh, not doing it.
How about that?
Uh-huh, not gonna do that. Why are you acting like you're not part of this? I was as desperate as I felt, and apparently then he just straight up and did it. Will you please let us use the laptop?
I'm on fire!
Don't care. So even you realize it's abuse.
Hey,
That should be enough, right? Hurry up and let's talk to Alter Ego. Seriously? Why do you have to be so annoying?
you really came.
Everyone, come closer. I already told Byakuya, but I was finally able to crack open all the files that were on this laptop. Sorry to have kept you all waiting.
Correct.
Just what I thought.
see.
Finally, the time has come. And I'm willing to bet you a fine sum of money we're going to learn essentially nothing. I'm starting to get kind of nervous. I felt the same. Resting on the keyboard, my hands had started to shake.
Just a second.
Move. The single word was like a sharpened blade. Wounded. I moved to let her take over.
So then,
Here we go. Bum-ba-da-bum-ba-da-bum. Can you tell us what you found out?
leave it to me.
Sure, I analyzed the files and extracted all the useful information I could find, and it was nothing. And one particular important file I discovered was that a certain plan had been put into effect here. To isolate the students of Hope's Peak Academy and create a communal life for them. That was the stated goal of the plan. But it was meant to be more than just a normal school life. The students were intended to live out the rest of their lives here. Yep, that's what all prior information we've gotten would lead us to believe. That's...
I see.
It's exactly the situation we found ourselves in. It's quite unthinkable, isn't it? And what's more, the one who came up with the plan was none other than the administrators of Hope's Peak themselves. Wait, what? Hold on. Then the reason we've been imprisoned here, it wasn't the work of some psycho freak or criminal organization or whatever? Oh, we haven't ruled those out. Just these people just happened to actually run the school.
No way!
It was the school itself? That doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that?
Just a second.
I don't think Alter Ego's finished. Perhaps we should hear the rest?
That's right.
It seems that the reason they devised this plan was because of what happened 1 year ago. This is how they described it. I mean, all evidence seems to pertain to all of us getting our minds wiped of a certain period of time. It would also explain how the entire school has magically managed to become, you know, when we first... It makes sense. We walked in, it was a perfectly normal school, nothing was weird about it. Then we sort of became all this swirly, whirly-doorly magic star sort of thing went down. And then we all woke up. Who's to say that that wasn't us getting our minds wiped or something? Or something to that effect. It's the only explanation I can think of. They said it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. What does that mean? Yeah, what kind of name is that for something? Otherwise known as the tragedy, it was apparently some sort of devastating occurrence. Because of the tragedy, Hope's Peak Academy was forced to discontinue its role as a school and close down.
See.
The things are starting to finally make sense. What this means is, 1 year ago, this tragedy took place. So, they wiped everybody's minds of an entire year? Because that's whack. And whatever it was, it forced Hope's Peak to shut down. From there, they decided to use the school as a kind of staging ground.
That's right.
They planned to sequester the students here where they would live out the rest of their lives.
So,
But why would the Hope's Peak administrators want to shut everyone in like that?
Hey.
And what could this tragic event have possibly been? In a flash, she started typing some stuff. The answer we got was... no clue, because that would be useful. I'm totally useless. I'm sorry. And that's all he said. Is this really the end? We get halfway through the answer and that's it.
indeed.
Would appear so. Disappointing! Oh, wait. Oh, there's one other thing I forgot to mention. I think it might be important. I believe it has to do with the mastermind. The mastermind? All right. Did you figure out who the mastermind's identity? I'm pretty sure if they did, they would have said so. No, that I still don't know. But if I did find a clue, I did find a clue, I think. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak Headmaster. So the same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the Headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now.
The Headmaster?
Is here in the school? That was a surprisingly horrified face. That's gotta be the mastermind. I mean, Monokuma's been calling himself the Headmaster, right?
Perhaps.
Which makes the real Headmaster that much more suspicious.
Serious?
But if we break down the door to his room, we're dead, right? So what are we supposed to do? Apparently she'll find a way, as her face turns blue. Okay. No matter what it takes, I will find the Headmaster.
No matter what?
Okay, you're starting to get a little creepy.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on?
I
can't explain why, I just know that I have to find him. Okay, that's ominous. She has to? Kyoko, what's going on with you? I don't know, I'd ask, but she's not gonna be telling us anything, what with the whole, betrayal of trust we just kind of went through. When she heard about the Headmaster, her reaction was almost violent.
So then.
We should see if Alter Ego has any more information. That seemed to be her attempt to regain her composure, and she started typing again. Did you learn anything else? And a 3, and a 2, and a 1? No.
Sorry.
There we go. All the information on this laptop seems to be pretty old, so that's all I can do from here.
Sorry.
Then it really is all over.
Hey.
Wait, Alter Ego seems to have more to say.
So,
Well, it's kind of a different topic, but I was wondering about something. I haven't seen Celeste, Tafumi, or Taka since yesterday. Womp 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 womp. The only sound was the flat, precise clicking of keys as Kyoko typed. They did, yo. What? I see. Certainly I knew that was a possibility, but
okay then.
it really happened.
Sorry.
There's no point in me getting depressed over things I can't do anything about.
Anyway.
Well then, I guess that's it. That's it. A simple phrase that held so much meaning. She began typing again. You've done your job. Thank you. I'm done? Well, I guess I am, huh?
Okay
Then maybe I'll take a little rest. I'm kind of tired, which shouldn't be possible. You are a computer. Goodbye, everyone. See you later. With that, the laptop entered sleep mode.
I see.
So Alter Ego did everything he could.
Indeed.
We won't have to talk to him all that much anymore.
But,
I feel kind of sorry for him.
But
You feel sorry, but he's just a computer program, right?
well,
I know, but still, he did everything he could for us, you know? I mean, yeah, it did, but that's what a computer program is designed to do. You don't tell a computer good job every time you shut it down, do you? Well, maybe you don't. Leave me alone. What? It's not weird. Well, no, but when we talked Alter Ego, I guess I just didn't see it that way. I know what you mean. I feel the same way. Hey, come on, it's just a program. You can tell the difference between a program and a friend, right? Well, I mean, I know that Alter Ego's been more useful to the proceedings than you ever have been, but what's the difference between us and that program, really? I started thinking about how much you would differentiate a person and an AI. Alter Ego isn't human, I know that, just a program running on a computer. But at the same time, I couldn't help but think of him as our friend.
that's right.
Yeah, he's no different from us, he's still our friend. I think maybe I understand where you're coming from? Then there's no problem calling him a friend. After all, the more friends the merrier, right?
how about that?
Check this out. Friendship has no survival value. Instead, it gives value to survival.
So,
Anyway. Don't say it's so anyway. It's a totally smart and cool thing that I quoted from I don't remember where.
hey,
Anyway, there's nothing more Alter Ego can do to help us. As such, his role in this is over. Am I wrong about that? Well, no, but...
just a second.
And frankly, I question the ease with which you decide who is and isn't your friend. Are you still cranky? You really mean that?
Wait.
The story's gotten off track. We should go on what Alter Ego said one more time. Yeah, good idea. What was that Hope Speak staff thinking?
What?
Why are they making us kill each other? Alter Ego said that what happened 1 year ago is what started everything.
Well,
Yeah, he said it was the biggest, most awful, most hopeless event in human history. Yeah, or the Buma of kind of a terrible acronym. It must have been a huge incident, whatever it was. But did something like that really happen a year ago? I don't remember anything happening that you could describe that way. What about you guys? Widespread amnesia! I don't really watch the news, so...
I'm sorry.
Sorry, nothing comes to mind.
anyway,
That event led to the closing of Hope's
at the
Peak.
very least, police.
If nothing else, it must have been some kind of connection to this school. Maybe all the students here were killed or something?
However,
That kind of catastrophe would have been all over the news. At least one of us would remember that. That maybe they covered it up. That would explain why none of us knew that the school had been shut down.
I see.
Totally covering up something like that? I suppose it's not totally impossible.
What the heck?
What's wrong with our government? Our taxes pay their salaries. They should be handling stuff like that.
Anyway,
Maybe, but right now there's only one path open to us.
so
Have to find the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. We have to find him and make him tell us everything.
no matter what.
As long as we can get our hands on him, I think. Okay, you need to settle down, lady. When she said headmaster, I got the feeling again.
Well,
But even that is a problem not so easily solved. Yeah, you're right.
So then,
Well, our business is done here, so for now, we should get out of here. Yeah, good idea. Why you exist so much? Stop doing that. Is it really that dusty? Wait, I mean... Oh no, I'm not waiting anymore! Why is every other line that comes out of that character so cringeworthy that I physically can't bring myself to read it? Let's avoid getting involved any further. Good call! And thus we vamoosed, whatever. But as we left the dressing room, someone was there waiting for us. Because of course he was. With anger! That's not how it works. You're not still mad about the whole breaking into the headmaster's room thing, are you? Now that little matter doesn't matter even a little. And I'm a little jealous of you guys enjoying it, blah, 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 blah. It's building. I feel it building. My head's about to boil over with rage. Yeah, why do I get the feeling you don't actually have emotions? Because that would sort of imply that you have some humanity to you. I'm pretty sure you're just making literally everything up.
Please.
Rather than actually being angry, I think you're just telling us that you are so that we'll think you are, when really you couldn't care less. Here, let me center your chakra. Etch this onto the walls of your brain, okay? When you do something to me, I do it right back. An eye for an eye, a fang for a fang. Fang for a fang? Be careful! He just chanted the incantation of devastation! No, it's just a saying. Oh, okay. I thought it was a tooth for a tooth. Or was that something else? Is a fang for... I guess a tooth and a fang are the same thing. So ultimately it all kind of comes down together. It's all the same. What's he talking about? And then the ding dong bing bongs just sort of went around and did its thing. Fantastic. This is a school announcement. Oh, right, yeah. Don't care. We've heard it 1,000 times before, mister.
Correct.
So it's nighttime.
Hey,
What does everyone want to do? Celeste was the one who suggested our nighttime rule, but she's gone now. And I think we should still avoid being out at nighttime. I know it'll make me feel better that way. I agree.
it's true.
Very well, then. In that case, time for bed. So many naps will be had. So everyone headed back to their room. Monokuma's parting words left me feeling anxious the rest of the night. Nothing surprising about any of that. Once I was back in a room, I got lost in thought. What we'd learned from Alter Ego kept on spinning around and around in my head. The administrators of Hope's Peak had planned out all of this. They did it because of the tragedy which happened a year before. And apparently the headmaster is the one behind it all, the mastermind. All these mysteries make me worried. But I still have to try and unravel them, bit by bit. I'm sure the road will be long and tough, but I don't have any other choice.